I have chosen 5 of the best 3x3s which you will not be disappointed with, as they are genuinely the most incredible cubes you can use. There's 2 on the budget side, 2 mid-range options, and 1 which is a little bit more expensive. So let's start with the cheapest and work our way up as we go through this video. First we have the Dian Guhong Pro M, and whilst this cube did receive quite a lot of hype when it originally came out, it seems like people have generally stopped talking about this 3x3. However, I think it's one of the best budget options, especially over the more popular RS3M 2020 or Qi M Pro. This is because the turning is ultra smooth for something at this price, whilst also having a considerable amount of stability due to the relatively strong magnets. The corner cutting is also incredible, which results in very few lockups, and personally this allows me to get pretty close to my normal times even on a cube of this price. One of my personal favourite features of this is that it has glossy plastic, and whilst it isn't quite as good as UV coating, it is a whole lot better than frosted, as this provides a much higher level of grip. The second cheapest cube and the next one on this list is the RS3M version 5, and when this originally came out it was actually one of the best releases from any brand at that time. I know that a lot of cubers today still use this 3x3 as their main, despite how much cheaper it is compared to some of the others on this list. But for me, I really like the smooth and soft turning feel combined with great corner cutting, which is something that I think the majority of other people who main this cube also really enjoy. The RS3M version 5 is surprising when you first turn it, because it's unexpected to experience such high quality for what is generally considered a budget price range. And this is also helped by the range of extra features which are on the highest spec version, such as the UV coating, coloured internals and maglev. But now onto the third cube on this list, and that is the WRM version 10, which is likely one of the most popular choices for main 3x3s among the entire cubing community, and for good reason. Everything I mentioned about the RS3M version 5 is just leveled up on this cube to ensure it is even more premium and has even better performance. However, my personal favourite feature of this puzzle is the tensioning system, as it is still one of the best in any cube that's been released. This is due to how many choices you get, whilst also being extremely easy to adjust. In terms of turning, this 3x3 focuses on a fast, smooth feeling, which is why I think that the spring variant is probably the better option when it comes to deciding between that and maglev. This speed is nicely controlled with the relatively strong magnets, which unfortunately are not adjustable, but for me are already the perfect strength. And just before we move on to the fourth cube on this list, only 10% of the people watching are subscribed, so if you are part of that 90% who aren't, and you are enjoying this video, consider subscribing for more cubing content like this. But anyway, the next 3x3 is one which is a lot older than all of the others, yet still performs incredibly well, and that is the GAN 12. I genuinely think that this is still one of the best cubes GAN have ever made, and I will often switch to this as a main despite it being 3 generations old. The feeling on the 12 is excellent and is the last one like it before GAN changed their direction with how they designed their puzzles, which as we all know was not a good idea. I personally really like this cube, as it feels incredibly premium whilst having some of the smoothest and catch-free turning on any 3x3 I've tried. And what makes this even better is that because they have released the 13, 14 and recently the 15, this one has gotten a whole lot cheaper, coming in at less than $40 if you buy it from speedcubeshop.com. Speaking of which, if you want to buy any cubes for Christmas or just because you need an upgrade, then head over to their website and use discount code UKCuber for 5% off any order. On top of this, they are constantly reducing the prices of products, which means that there is no better time to buy any of the cubes on this list, as well as plenty more. So make sure to click the link in the description after watching this video. And the final cube that I think everyone should buy is the Tornado version 4. This is the most recent 3x3 added to the list and is also the most expensive, but I personally instantly mained the version 4 as it is one of the best cubes I have ever tried. I really like how X-Man have managed to maintain most of the flexibility of the predecessor, whilst also making it so much more controllable with the new magnet positioning. Furthermore, the UV coating ensures that I have the most amount of grip when using this cube, especially towards the end of solves. And the corner cutting helps me make few mistakes during the algorithm orientated sections. In my opinion, this is probably the best cube any brand has released this year, which means it had to be on the list. But which of these do you like the most, or have I left out your favourite cube? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.